Well, seems I am back for another one of these. Don't know why, but eh, the last video I made about crap, it got some viewage, so I figured, sure, let's make another one. I got no I got no other childhood memories to rant about this time. But that does not mean I'm doing this without a subject. Today's subject is it's gonna be a little, I don't know, it might be a little difficult for me. I wouldn't say this is a strong suit. Who knows? Today's subject is, God, these bad boys. So yeah. And of course, I'm gonna be talking about these movies. So of course, with all that being said, you all know the drill. There's a spoiler warning if you haven't seen these. So good luck, I guess. Let's get into this thing. So, Sonic. I uh I wouldn't consider myself a die-hard fan of the series. I uh I do like Sonic. I love me some going fast. I certainly do. I wouldn't say I've played all the games. I have played some Sonic games, so yeah, that's that. Now the funny thing is actually I have not played a lot of Sonic games, but I have seen playthroughs of pretty much all of the Sonic games. I have. So that's my experience with that whole rigmarole. What does that have to do with well, the movies? I don't know. I was just giving a brief background so it doesn't sound like I'm just coming in here with all this pre-known knowledge and I just looked it up on Wikipedia. So, that being said, Sonic got him a little movie. This is yeah, it's the right one. Got him a got him a movie. You see that right there? You see this? You see this gremlin right here? That's Sonic. All right. Now that I've introduced you to Sonic. So yeah, I went to go see. I actually saw both Sonic 1 and 2 in theaters. They weren't. It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't necessarily the first day they got released in theaters. I think I saw them like at day 2 when they were released, but it was still in theaters, so it was pretty neat. So this first movie, many people who have watched it know kind of the history with this one. If you're unaware, it went through a lot of changes. Okay, not really a lot, but it went through some changes. Mainly being, oh, I gotta get this stupid thing out again. Mainly being this guy right here. He went through the biggest change. This thing keeps wanting to slide out the stupid box. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Sonic went through the biggest change. For people who may or may not be aware, the image of Sonic you saw in that box was not going to be the original look. They were going to give him a more humanoid appearance, I guess you could say. Long story short, it was horrendous looking. Interesting take on Sonic, but horrendous looking nonetheless. And when the first trailer dropped showing that design, people hated it. Okay, I don't know about hated it, but man, it did not get a good reception. And basically, there was an outcry of people who wanted the design of Sonic to change. And the impossible happened. They their pleas were heard. Sonic got redesigned into the design we know and love today, and the movie went on as planned. And I gotta say, after watching it, it's a it's a good movie. I liked it. I liked it. I like the take they do on Sonic in this movie. It's not so much that he's just coming out the gate all I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I eat chili dogs and beat up robot animals. Oh yuck! That was the worst Sonic impression ever. You have to forgive me. Don't know what's going on with me today, but yeah. but he doesn't start off like that. It's more so like a this one's more so of a self-discovery type of movie, where Sonic is, of course, an alien in a human world, and he has trouble fitting in because, well, look at him. He's a freaking blue hedgehog. This is a human. They don't exactly go hand in hand, okay? So yeah, he has trouble fitting in. So throughout the whole movie, he's struggling with, self-identity, making friends, and all that stuff. But he still has the Sonic charm. Um, who did Sonic again? Ben Schwartz. There we go. I had to look. I keep I always get the actors mixed together. James Marsden is Donut Lord. Sonic is voiced by Ben Schwartz. I keep getting the two mixed up. I don't know why, but yeah. But like speaking of Ben Schwartz, I like him. I like him as Sonic. Do I see him voicing Sonic in any future games? If Roger Craig Smith ever decides to retire, he might be a possibility, but honestly, I kind of don't see it. I kind of see him as the movie personality of Sonic, but games is kind of a stretch. But that's another topic for another day. I probably will never cover that topic, so it's going to be dropped right here. Anywho, I like his take on Sonic. It's he has this sort of mix between the cocky Sonic we all know and love, the I can do anything, I'm better than all of you attitude. But he also has that instance of vulnerability where like there are scenes where Sonic is like actually dealing with some stuff. And he's like not right in the head and you can see it and you can hear it in Ben's performance. It's really good. Like one of my favorite scenes of Sonic dealing with like mental issues is of course the very beginning where he's like, he's in the baseball field playing baseball by himself and he's like, I have no friends. I'm lonely. Which we all can relate to, myself included. We all can relate to that. And this man just like has I guess a breakdown where he just starts running across the field at breakneck speed, which eventually causes an EMP blast of some sort that causes the whole planet to go dark. But like I just like that moment. It lets you know right off the bat that this isn't going to be a typical Sonic experience. In a way, I kind of relate this movie to Casino Royale, which is a James Bond movie, and that one kind of served as a reboot of James Bond. But in that movie, it's kind of a similar thing. You have Bond, who is this hot-headed secret agent. He doesn't like to lose. He's very prideful. All these qualities, like he's impulsive. He does action before he thinks. And like that whole movie is set up as kind of a Bond movie, but it's also set up as Bond maturing as an agent. And like at the end, we see him fully like as a veteran agent. He does the whole "the name's Bond, James Bond" sort of thing. And that's kind of like how this first movie was with Sonic the Hedgehog. It was kind of like Sonic figuring out who he was. And then towards the end, that's when he starts becoming Sonic. That's when it becomes Sonic. He's running fast, he's cracking jokes, and stuff like that. And now that I've talked about all that, now we can get on to what many people consider to be the best part in the movie, myself included. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I'm going to be honest, people. When I heard Jim Carrey was going to be Robotnik, I wanted to see this movie immediately. I don't care what design they use for Sonic. I wanted to see how Jim freaking Carrey would do Robotnik. And oh my god. It was perfection. He was the absolute perfect person to play Robotnik because Jim Carrey has that wacky and but serious antic about him, about all the characters he does, that is just pitch perfect for Robotnik. And he does it so well. Like every time there's a scene with Robotnik on screen, I can guarantee you people are always going to be glued to the screen just seeing what he does next, what he says next or something like that. Cause he's honestly the best part of the movie. I'm serious. Like you think with Sonic the Hedgehog, we would like Sonic more than Robotnik. But in this case, Robotnik's kind of my favorite character. I like him. Jim Carrey, my man. He he knocks it out of the park. And I know I'm being a dead horse by saying that because oh my gosh, Jim Carrey as Robotnik. He's the best thing ever. How many people have how many people haven't said that already about this movie, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer that Robotnik is absolutely gold in this movie. And Sonic's personal relationship with Tom, aka the Donut Lord. By the way, the Donut Lord is some crazy nickname Sonic gives Tom, which is actually really cool because it kind of ties in the whole Eggman thing. Because in like the Sonic Adventure game, Sonic calls Robotnik Eggman, and like Robotnik takes that as sort of an insult, but then he sort of adopts the name later on in the series. But here, the reason why he's called Eggman is because that's the nickname Sonic gives him, which is pretty evident considering the robots that, Robotnik builds in the movie are shaped like eggs. So it makes sense that he's called Eggman. And I actually like that. I like that. I like how I like how they go into both things there. Like first he's Robotnik, now he's Eggman, which is really cool. I like that. The whole movie in itself is really good. I think it does a good job. Like, I feel like this isn't a movie you have to be a die-hard Sonic fan to understand anything. Like, it's a good family-friendly movie, despite the fact that at some point Robotnik drops the H word on Tom towards the end, but it's very minor. They don't really swear a lot. It's Sonic. He shouldn't swear. I'm looking at you, 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog game. How dare you make Sonic swear? I don't know. But I'm going off on another rant while I'm doing a rant. That makes no sense. But yeah, overall, I like that movie. There's a lot of things about it I liked, and seeing Sonic, make friends with everyone finally because they don't just see him as some outsider alien threat. They see him as a hero. He saves the town from Robotnik's craziness, and it's a pretty it's a pretty good watch. I recommend watching it. If you want to get into the Sonic movies, obviously start with number one because why wouldn't you? And of course, I have to. Of course, talking about the first Sonic movie, I have to talk about it because it just wouldn't be complete otherwise. The reveal of Tails at the end. Yes, people, I know we were all hyped. But I mean, come on. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. It would be blasphemy not to have Tails. Okay? It would have been blasphemous if Tails was nowhere in this movie universe. Great, there's another universe of something. Okay, first we got the comics, the games, TV shows. Boom. Now the freaking movie universe. How big is this multiverse of Sonic gonna expand? Anyway, I don't know. Tails being teased at the end of the first movie. Of course, while I was in theaters, people were going absolutely bonkers for that. I mean, seriously. I don't think I've ever heard a cheer that loud in a movie theater before, but then again, I rarely go to the movie theaters. But yeah. Tails was it was a welcome addition. I will admit it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting them to just drop in Tails like that. Just like, hey, you thought the movie was good? Bam! We're gonna show you Tails now. Yeah, that's right. Get your wallets ready for number two. I just spit everywhere. That was really gross. Ow. But yeah, it caught me off guard. And it was a pleasant surprise. I will give them that. It was a pleasant surprise, and I don't think no one was expecting that to happen. So overall, Sonic One, it gets my thumbs up of approval. The characters are likable. Sonic, Ben Schwartz, excellent debut as Sonic in the movies. I think he really, his performance probably could have been better, but then again, it's the first movie. It's probably his first time ever voicing Sonic the Hedgehog, so He kind of doesn't have a lot to work off of, and he can't really incorporate the games because the games kind of have him as this established hero already, and this is supposed to be like his first movie, so it's kind of like we have to introduce the character. So, yeah. Also, before anyone says anything, the reason why people don't complain about Robotnik's appearance in this movie, as opposed to how he looks in Sonic 06, because in the games, he already had a defined design that oh 06 decided to say, nope, and we're just going to redesign it. Here, we're talking about a live action Robotnik played by a live action human being. The fact he has hair and not a big mustache or a pink nose or anything like that is completely out of the window because it's a human being playing Robotnik. Could they have done some things to make him look more like Robotnik? Maybe. But you know what? It's whatever. Jim Carrey does a good job. I'm not knocking the guy down. I love him. I love his work. One of my favorite Jim Carrey. I can't believe I'm about to say it. But one of my favorite Jim Carrey related movies is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know. It just sticks with me. I just love it. It's funny. But yeah, But I digress. But yeah, I just wanted to go off on that because I feel like people out there are gonna probably say that like, oh, people complain about Sonic 06 Eggman looking all weird, but they don't complain about the fact that he's not fat in this movie. Oh, you Sonic fan bases are so divided. Like I said, the games had a predefined design for Robotnik. He was already fat. He already was had the biggest mustache. He had the pink nose and all that crap. '06 said no, we're changing everything. So, bleh. Ha. So again, first Sonic movie, I liked it. I think it's very good. It's a good watch for the family. It's a good family movie. Like I said, you don't have to be a Sonic fan to understand uh the movie that well, Like yeah, there's some like related memes and whatnot. Like there is a point where they actually do reference the Sonic meme, that cursed drawing of Sonic the Hedgehog that became a meme. They do reference that. The fact that Tom's hometown in the movie is called Green Hills. Obviously it's a reference to Green Hill Zone, which actually thinking about it, it's actually more of a clever reference to Green Hills. In Sonic 2 for the Game Gear, I believe, because there is a zone in Sonic 2 for the Game Gear that's called Green Hills with a S zone. So yeah, so I think it's more of a reference to that, but who knows? And there's tons of other references to Sonic media, but again, you don't have to be a Sonic fan to understand that. Of course, Sonic fans are going to pick up on that right away, but for the casual viewer, you don't have to. And that's what I like about it. It's fun for the whole. It's fun for the general audience. All right. So, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching the first Sonic movie. Okay, and now, now for the good one. Oh baby, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This movie. Oh man. I've never seen so much hype for a sequel to a movie, but man, there was some hype for this. There was some hype. And oh, people just couldn't wait for this baby to release in theaters, and myself included. Mainly because how am I gonna show this? Okay, mainly because this guy right there, the red angry looking dude, not this red angry looking dude, this red angry looking dude, Knuckles the Echidna. We were already told that Tails was gonna have some part in the second movie. No one was expecting Knuckles to show up. Like you could probably find reactions to the Sonic movie 2 trailer on YouTube, and then people, I guarantee you, when they see Knuckles, they're just gonna be like, "Oh my God, Knuckles! No freaking way! No way, Knuckles!" Oh, they're spoiling us at this point. They're spoiling us. So yeah, Knuckles is in this. So Sonic 2, how does it rank? How does it compare to the first movie, right? I just said I liked the first movie a lot. It was a good introduction. Number 2 does what all great sequels does. It takes what worked in the first iteration and improves upon it. And in Sonic the Hedgehog 2's case, it it completely destroys the first movie. In a good way, it destroys it in terms of how much I want to watch it. I will watch number two way more than number one. Again, don't get me wrong. I will watch number one a lot too. But my God, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, people, this movie physically gave me a smile. I left the theater with a smile on my face after watching this movie. I loved this movie. Okay? I I don't know who brought the magic wand to this thing, but they need to return for number 3 cuz oh my God, I'm fanboying over here, okay? I said the first movie, was kind of like the general audience type of movie. This one here was kind of the love letter to Sonic fans because, oh, it was like a proper Sonic adventure, man. Like it like combines the stories of both Sonic 2 and 3 and Knuckles, of course. Because you have Sonic and Tails meeting for the first time, but we also have Sonic running into Knuckles for the first time, Knuckles getting tricked by Robotnik. The mention of the Master Frickin' Emerald, people. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. I'm yelling way too much. This is supposed to be a chill video. I'm supposed to sound all monotone, like I'm some, tax person or whatever. I'm supposed to be chill and collected. We're not gonna yell, and we're not gonna rave. I freaking love this Girl Star movie, okay? I freaking love it. Screw the not yelling. I love that movie. Okay. What am I doing in this video? I'm ranting about Sonic. I'm over here fanboying about number 2. But how can I not? This movie was freaking epic, okay? Ben Schwartz improves his Sonic performance to the next level, okay? To the point where the first movie, it kind of took some getting used to. But this second one, I can believe that he is Sonic. I can believe that he can voice Sonic in the second movie. And Tails, need I say more? Tails is actually voiced by the same lady who voices him in the games. Which already, as a Sonic fan, that's already like, these people know what they're doing. They know how to make an actual video game movie. This isn't like, Mortal Kombat. This isn't like Super Mario Bros. No, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay? I can, like, literally, this movie was just so good. Knuckles, they brought the guy back to how he should be, which is cool, epic, and memorable. Not some idiotic meathead like he was in Sonic Boom. They brought him back to what we loved about Knuckles. Was he gullible? Yes, that's his character. He's gullible. But he had other traits. Okay? And this movie brought it out. Idris Elba as Knuckles, I liked him. He had this authority in his voice, but also you could hear that slight naivety and like cluelessness because Knuckles was not used to Earth at all and all that stuff, so he wasn't used to how it went on. And you could believe that. You could believe it. He didn't come off as an idiot. He came off as a warrior in a foreign landscape and didn't know the land. Like, that's how he came off. And like, I liked it. And the design for oh my, design for Sonic, Tails, and oh man, they're so good. They're so good. These people care. See, this is what makes the Sonic movies, both of them, way better than any other adaptations we've had of video games in the past in forms of movies. This is the key difference. Those were just cash grabs. Mario Brothers, Mortal Kombat, those were just cash grabs. This I had to keep grabbing these. I'm so stupid. These had effort put into them. This had effort. This had maximum effort. Okay? These had effort put into them. That's what makes them so good to me. They understand the lore. They understand that, okay, we can take some creative liberties here, but let's not stray from the source material. Okay? Let's not make Sonic some whiny freaking teenager a la Goku and Dragon Ball Evolution. Okay, let's not give a father-son relationship to Tails and Sonic a la Mario Brothers, you know? They understand the source. And they put the effort in doing that. Jim Carrey, man. I praised the man in the first Sonic movie. I'm treating him like royalty in this one. He freaking knocks his previous performance out of the park. Get out of here. It's like this. Hey, this is Jim Carrey's first performance as Robotnik. It's pretty good. Oh, what's that? It's good. It's like it's like that. It's like that. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish. I don't know, but yeah, freaking robot. I loved Carrey as Robotnik, man. And uh, number two is just like, okay, the first movie we just wanted to appeal to the general audience. The second movie, now we want to hit the fans, the Sonic fans. You like Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, are you in for a treat with number two? There's so much to unpack in that one, man. There's so much to unpack. And one thing I didn't talk about the first movie that I kind of want to talk about the second one. Uh, Tom's wife, his sister. People didn't really care for his for her sister in the first movie because she just sort of served as the, loudmouth brute, just that no one really cared or liked. But in this movie, they made her likable. She's funny. She does more related to the plot. I like her. They made her likable. I mean, come on. How does that not make this a great sequel? If they can turn a character from, she was there, but we really could care less, too. Oh yeah, I know her. She was funny. She was funny. Like, need I say more? And also the fact that they now turned Carrie's Robotnik into looking like the Robotnik we know and love today. I love his design, by the way. I love Robotniks. I love the way they portrayed him. His whole jacket. It's very modernized. It feels like a natural evolution of how Robotnik should look. It feels like a natural evolution. I liked it. It was just really, really good. I liked how Knuckles was introduced in the movie, mainly to like him meeting Sonic for the first time. I like that. He doesn't just appear. I'm tripping over my words here. What else is new? But he comes off as this intimidating, strong figure. He freaking punches Sonic through a wall, and he looks through that hole, and he's just like, pitiful. And it's just like, okay, we're going there. We're going there. It's okay then, Knuckles. It's like that. Freaking just slams a guy through the wall, makes a giant hole, and just looks through there, and it's like, yeah, you suck. It's like, this ain't Sonic Boom Knuckles, people. This ain't Sonic Boom Knuckles. And it's just like, and I love how throughout the whole movie he's just kind of this unstoppable force that, yeah, Sonic can hold his own against, but he never really gains the high ground, I guess you could say. Like, he never gains the advantage, right? Because Knuckles can just easily overpower him. I mean, in their first fight scene, we just see Knuckles like Sonic's running at Knuckles full speed, and Knuckles just like, please, I only need one hand for you. And just like, BAM! Right into the ground. It's just like, bruh. And then here comes Tails like, I got a car, boy! and it just slams Knuckles into the face. Oh my, it's just so good. I love this movie. I can't emphasize enough, people. I'm going crazy here. I'm actually losing my mind. You're watching me go crazy, mentally insane on camera, talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But I love it. I love it. The plot was interesting. Like I said, the plot felt more like a Sonic adventure. It wasn't. It still had the elements of self-discovery because now it's about Sonic not fitting in with everybody, but it's more so him growing as a hero. Because in the early scenes of the movie, Sonic tries to help out, but he does it in sort of a reckless way, where he it's like the typical you do more harm than good. You gotta learn how to control your powers type deal. That it's that kind of story, but it's done in a good way. It's done in a good way. We see the problems with Sonic. He has a good heart. His heart's in the right place, but he's not at that level yet. He's not at that level. He doesn't understand what it really means to be a hero to people. He doesn't understand that. So that's kind of like the whole thing. He has to kind of find what that means through him. And along with all that, they have to find the Master Emerald, which the Master Emerald, people. The Master Emerald. How long have we gone without that thing being without it, huh? Like, when was the legitimate last time we got any sort of reference to the Master Emerald? Any sort of reference to it. Gosh, it must have been like years since we've had any reference to the Master Emerald, right? And they brought it back for the movie, of all things. Of all things, the movie brings the Master Emerald back. At least that's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what it feels like to me. So, yeah. But they go on this whole hunt for the Master Emerald, and it's like, it's really cool. Oh, oh my God! I can't believe I didn't mention this, but because Sonic does it in this movie too. But there's like this certain ability they gave Sonic that I actually really like. It's the fact that there are certain points at times where he's in the action scene and everything around him just slows down to a near standstill, but yet Sonic can still kind of move in normal speed. And I really like that because I guess it's kind of showing just how fast he's moving and just how much he's doing in 1 second. We get to see what he does, and in the second movie he had all these robotics robots. They're all shooting these missiles and lasers at Sonic, and Sonic is just like, ha! I can slow down time. He actually can. That's not what he does, but that's what it feels like. And we just see him just playing around with all the robots, just slamming the missiles back into robots and redirecting fire to everything else. And it's just we see it all. We see it with our eyes, so we can follow it. But I can only imagine in real time, it's more so like this, and he's gone. I don't know. I just like that. It's a really novel idea for Sonic, but kind of like a Quicksilver type thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, Master Emerald Hunt. We actually get to learn a little bit about we actually get to learn a little bit about the echidnas, and I actually like the way they portray the Master Emerald in this movie. I actually like it. So the origin story of the Master Emerald is that it actually originated from the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which are really freaking small in this movie. They're about, I don't know, about a little bit bigger than this thing here I'm holding. They're about a little bit bigger than that. They're really tiny in this movie. Right, where in the games they're like the size of my hand. I could fit them in the palm. I could fit one in the palm of my hand, right? Yeah, in the movie they're tiny. They're little pebbles. But anyway, so yeah, but the Master Emerald originated from the fusing of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which is really cool. I actually like that. I don't know. It's a really interesting way to tie in the Chaos Emeralds to the Master Emerald. And of course, it's the same story as it is with the games and whatnot. Oh, the person that gets a hold of the Master Emerald or whatever can have ultimate power. Woohoo! Yeah, better hope you're not evil. Otherwise, the world's in trouble. And yeah. So eventually, like, Tails, and like at some point, like Tails gets knocked out, and it's like at that moment Sonic realizes that, oh crap, this is serious. Like, my actions caused this, so I need to go fix it. Kind of like that. Like he kind of starts understanding that. Okay, yeah, I need to start taking this thing a little more seriously. Otherwise, people are gonna get hurt. Uh, head itch. Okay. Blah, 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 what else? What else? But yeah, so he it's like followed up by this epic scene of Sonic just running across an ocean, preceded by him saying, "Gotta go fast." And like in my head, I just couldn't stop saying, "Gotta go fast, gotta go faster, 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 faster." Sorry, it's just. I mean, how can you not do that if you're a Sonic fan, right? You hear someone say, "Gotta go fast." How can you not just say, "Gotta go fast, gotta go faster, 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 faster"? Pew, pew. Hey, but yeah, like that whole scene of Sonic running across the ocean is just it's honestly one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Just like it's so epic looking, right? Like it's just so epic looking. But anyway, Sonic eventually ends up at the temple where the Master Emerald is, and Sonic fans will recognize it. It's a reference to Labyrinth Zone. So now that sparks a whole nother theory about Sonic 1. Is Labyrinth Zone secretly the resting like a passageway to this altar of the Master Emerald? Who knows, but it's there. It's clearly Labyrinth Zone. I mean, come on, people. You have this giant maze with all these traps, and it like gets flooded with water. Like, come on now, it's Labyrinth Zone. And in that temple, we have the, I guess you could say, title card fight. Like this is like the real battle between Sonic and Knuckles, right? This is the real battle, and yep, it's epic. It's epic as we all expect it to be. I mean, come on, it's freaking epic. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that scene. But then we of course you got scenes showing Robotnik sneaking off to do his evil deeds, yeah, and steal the Master Emerald from himself, which he does. And he becomes green. He becomes green for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess he absorbed the power of the Master Emerald, which Super Robotnik? Is that the name of the green form? Is that what we're gonna call it now? Super Robotnik? Because I actually like that name. That's actually a really cool sounding name. But who knows? But yeah. So yeah, Robotnik warps back to Green Hills. I guess through the use of chaos control. It's never really explained if that's actually chaos control he's using or not. But we'll just assume it is because we want it to be Sonic. So we'll assume it's chaos control. And like so and after all that, like Sonic and Knuckles finally stop fighting. Sonic and Knuckles almost drown, but they end up saving each other. Thus realizing that, and thus leading Knuckles to believe that, you know what? I tried to kill this man multiple times today, but he's not such a bad guy. He could have very easily left me for dead and went on about his day, but no, he chose to come back and save me. So, that makes them cool in my book. So yeah, they make up. They become, I guess, buddies at that point or partners. And so they all and here comes Tails flying in this red plane, a la tornado-esque. It's not really called a tornado, I don't think, but it's a red biplane. It's the tornado as far as I'm concerned. Tails himself is piloting in it, and yeah. So Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all fly back to Green Hills, where Robotnik is, where Robotnik is building some giant machine. He's building some giant machine out of all the parts. I should also mention that along with Tails, Knuckles, Master Emerald, uh, something else that happens later in the movie, followed by something else that happens later in the movie. We also get the introduction of Gun. You know, Gun from Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, uh, Sonic Chronicles, I think, yeah. Gun! The Guardian Unit of Nations! Hey! And actually, on my second watch through of Sonic 2, I noticed that Tom, his wife, and I think the gun commander, they all show up in this helicopter, which at the top, it has the initials SA-2, which I'm going to assume is a reference to Sonic Adventure 2. Okay? It's gun, it has to be. I don't care. But anyway, yeah, that's that. So, they show up there, and they see, man, Robotnik's building this giant machine, and who knows what it is, but he's finally done. And what is it? It's the Death Egg robot. You know, the Death Egg robot from the Sonic games. It was at that point I was like, these people need to stop, okay? If they don't stop, I'm going to get up out of this chair. Oh, Jesus Christ, my phone! Okay, phone interruption done. Where was I at? Oh yeah, the Death Egg robot. It's the Death Egg robot! Hey! Oh yeah. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, people, I'm gonna get up out of this chair and I'm gonna start fanboying. Stop with the love. Stop it, please. I can only take so much of this movie. I actually, when I first saw the Death Egg robot in that movie, I will admit the design was kind of bizarre. I don't know why the head was so flat, but I don't know. But it's actually kind of growing on me. I actually kind of like it. So yeah. So then we get the final action. Team Sonic, because now we have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles working as a team versus Eggman. This is a Sonic adventure now. This is not Sonic trying to fit in with some human beings. No, 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 no. This is Sonic doing Sonic stuff in a Sonic world, baby. And it's epic. Oh, the final scenes are epic. But you know what's even more epic? You know what's more epic? At some point, one epic thing is the fact that Knuckles punches, Tails and Knuckles ends up infiltrating the head of the Death Egg robot and confront Robotnik. And Knuckles, punches Robotnik so hard in the gut that he knocks the Master Emerald out of Robotnik. I'm sorry, what? He punches him so hard that he knocks the Master Emerald out of him? I'm just going to take that as a reference to his introduction in Sonic 3, where he comes up through the ground. I can't really say the next part because I won't. Well, I can. He punches the Super out of Super Sonic. So I guess that's a subtle reference to that, but still, man, that got hurt. But speaking of Super Sonic, oh yeah, he's in this movie. And oh yeah, it's epic. And oh yeah, that was the point where I said, they did it. They've done it. They have now made, quite possibly, the greatest live-action adaptation of a video game brought to a movie I've ever seen. It literally hit all the right notes, and the supersonic scene just was the icing on the cake that really just solidified it. I was floored. I couldn't believe that I was seeing a no, not really live action. It was CG, but close to live action as we're gonna get supersonic on the big screen. I never thought I would see that in my life, but there he was, and it was really cool. I loved it. Everyone in the theater loved it too. So yeah. So Supersonic saves the day, of course. And then at the end, much like the first movie, we get teased of another character that could be involved in the next upcoming Sonic movie. Well, we have Tails, we have Knuckles, we have Gun, So that leaves just one person, and that character sent the theater into an even bigger uproar, if you could believe it, than when Tails was teased at the end of the first movie. Sonic 3 is going to come out soon, one day. Maybe sometime next year, who knows? And that movie, we're going to see a live action Shadow the Hedgehog. Yep, he was teased at the end of number 2. Shadow the Hedgehog. When they started doing that, and I heard like all I needed to hear was 50 years ago, and I was just like, no, no, stop it, stop, please. You've given me so much to watch and love. Don't do it. And then there he was. I was like, these people need to be stopped. They have too much power. They have too much freaking power. So Shadow's gonna be in number 3. I can't wait for number 3. Number 2, if it wasn't obvious already, I love to death. I love the first one. Watch these freaking movies, dadgummit. Watch them. Don't just watch this video. Watch these doggone things. They're on Blu-ray, digital, whatever. They're out on DVD. Go buy them or go watch them in theaters. I don't care how you do it. Just go watch them. Just make sure it's not illegal if you do watch them. Just don't do it in an illegal way. I will find you and I will give you a nice little tap on the wrist and say no, bad. But watch them, okay? Watch them. They're good. Okay, they're good. They're really good movies. I loved them. I love both of them equally. Okay, I might be a little more biased towards number 2, but still, I love them both equally. Okay, that I loved it. So that's the end of this rant. How did this video even end up being longer than the first one? What the crap? I had more subjects to talk about in the other one. Here I only talked about 2 movies, and I'm nearing 50 minutes. How is this possible? I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for this whole thing. I'm gonna go cool off because I'm ready to start geeking out over here, and I can't do that. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry you had to sit through 47 minutes worth of me just fanboying over a movie, but it happens, you know. When we have something we like, we end up talking about it a lot. So that's in this case that's what that happened. So thank you for watching. Uh, if I find something else to talk about, I might make another one of these videos. But I don't know. I have to be in the mood. I have to have something up here in the noggin to talk about. So, bye.